You know, Nintendo, you should be more careful where you put your 3DS files, as they could easily fall into the wrong hands. Then someone could easily put them on AdFly, and then I'm going to download that shit and run it on my cracked 3DS. Or, you know, don't, as it's just another way of me to get stuff to review early, as despite doing like 50 reviews, I'm still not a real reviewer in your eyes till I get 1,000 subscribers. Now, I know what you all might be saying. It's a cracked version, it's not the finished one. There could be bugs. Yeah, that's true. And that's why I would not hold things like that I know are bugs against Nintendo. Not that there is any in the game. There is like 2 translation errors, but it's pretty much 100% finished and ready for release in Japan in a few days. And trust me, I'll be coming back to that at the end. But for now, let's get into the RoboPlanet review with no footage. Because A, capture cards are £500, which I can't afford, and Nintendo won't compensate me for taking all of my ad money on this video by sending their old pile Spyro one. B, because all of the recording footage would look like this. Which would be shitty, and I don't want you to look at shitty quality videos. And C, the more footage in the video, the more chance Nintendo is going to try and claim it. So, you know, we're not going to do that. Not that I would mind if they actually brought the partnership program to England, but it's not, so it's just free cash for them and none for little purple dragon Spyro. But regardless, Planet Robobot is a good game. It's almost a shame, as it really feels like a successor to Triple Deluxe, and it's a bit of a downside seeing it on the 3DS when it would have looked so much nicer on the Wii U. But hey, what are you gonna do? As I said, it's still a damn good game. The graphics are what everyone has come to expect from Kirby games, that being extremely bright and colourful, which really works for Kirby's world, and works even better in this one, as it provides a really nice contrast when the colourful world gets mixed with the grey metallic world. The music is Kirby music. Again, what you would come to expect from a Kirby game. All really joyful and lively and happy, with getting a little bit darker in the final levels. And as for the main part of the game, the gameplay, it's fantastic. First off, there is no silly motion controls or gimmicks. It's Kirby. You run, you jump, you glide / float, whatever you'd like to call it, and you suck up enemies and steal their powers. You can even tap your amiibo to use your favourite powers over and over if you know what amiibo gives you what powers, like Pikachu giving you Spark Kirby and Ganondorf giving you the Poison ability, and the Kirby amiibo giving Kirby the Smash Brothers moveset that I thought was a bit of a nice touch, seems Kirby doesn't really have a power of his own. You see, Nintendo? You don't need new stuff to make a game better. You don't need shitty motion controls and cockpit views. Just make a new game in the series. You made all them changes to Star Fox and it was looked down on. You made what is essentially Triple Deluxe 2 here, and it's going to get praised. But Spyro, there is a gimmick of the mech. Yeah, okay, there is one gimmick, but that is acceptable and passable. You know, there was the Nova Fruit, and it only showed up here and there. Like with the mech, it's cool to control, and if you got the bomb power up, then you're shooting what is essentially bomb chews, which is cool. So, one gimmick that shows up here and there is fine. It's when you change the whole game to be a gimmick, like you did with that rainbow paintbrush bollocks. That's when you mess it all up, and that's when everybody's going to hate you, and it's going to be a bad game. But here, it only has the one Nova Fruit gimmick in the form of the mech, and it's great. As for the other gameplay, again, it's just like Triple Deluxe. As you can see on the bottom screen here, there is 3 cubes in the middle, which are basically keys. Find 1 key to open up the door to the mini-boss at the end, or if you find all 3 cubes before going to the boss, then extra secret levels open up. And as for the bosses themselves, they are really fun. As you know the story, Julian Robotnik has shown up in Dreamland and has roboticized everything, like he did in the SAT-AM series. Most of the world is robotic, and most of the creatures are as well. And now it's up to Sonic and the Freedom Fighters to stop Julian and save Mobius from their one little piece of natural world that's left by facing all of your now roboticized friends like Wispy the Tree. And I like this, as it's all the old bosses, now with new patterns and attacks, being they're now robots. And it's nice to see how much they've changed. There are some new bosses, of course, like full-on robots, and, of course, Julian Robotnik at the end. And even after you beat Julian, the game is not over, as the true final boss shows up, with a glowing red-eyed demon in the shadows. Unfortunately, the rest of the game was cancelled at that point, so you'll never see the next part. What? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong franchise. No, but seriously, after beating the final boss, the game is still not over, as the challenges are back, with all 4 stages of the bronze, silver, gold, and of course, them notorious platinum challenges / trophies. Now for the bad things, as there are a few down points which I disliked, but it's in this weird position of time was wasted on these bad points, but at the same time, where else could that time have been put in, as the game is a fun Kirby game with no real down points. But I guess I'll go through the nitpicks just so you can hear them. So, 3 things I did find that were really, really unneeded and a waste of time. Number 1, a live system. First off, it's a goddamn Kirby game. It's like baby's first game. You're never, ever going to die, so there is no need to add lives. Second, Nintendo, Miyamoto, I'm sorry if this breaks your heart, but it's not 1983 anymore. Lives are obsolete. They're done. They have no place in modern games anymore. Stop wasting time and resources on this pointless, obsolete gimmick. Go play Rayman Legends or Shovel Knight and see why you don't need lives anymore in this, Mario, or any other modern game. Certainly not Star Fox, which was really stupid, as you could have spent that extra time fixing the Andros boss fight at the end. Number 2, the Star Shards. As you can see on the right there are Star Shards, and they are nothing but coins. And that's just it, and they're just there. Get 100 and you get a 1-up. They're pointless, so don't worry if you miss them, as they do nothing. You know, at first I thought maybe it's like Galaxy, where you get to save them, and if you give like 200 Star Shards to a Waddle Dee, he'll open up a new level. But as it stands, like, they're just there for no reason whatsoever. So don't worry, you can just ignore them. And number 3. Gee. What else is a collectible again? Oh yes, bloody stickers. Another pointless waste of time. Oh look, I can collect stickers. Now I can add this sticker to my Facebook post because Facebook. Christ, can you not just stop with the stickers? Nobody cares about the stickers. Nobody cares about putting a sticker on your crappy version of Facebook and posting it to the goddamn Miiverse. but it's okay, Spyro, because you can put them stickers on your mech to customise it. No, Mr. Strawman, it's not okay. It's not Titanfall. We don't need to customise the mech in a Kirby game. 3 things that have had resources wasted on them when they could have gone into something else. But, as I stated, the game is a solid game. The graphics and music are top notch, so I'm not too sure what that time could have gone into. Oh wait, yes I do. That time could have gone into translating the game so it comes out everywhere at the same time. This is one that I'm going to have to really scold Nintendo for. Let me make this clear. This is a cracked version. It is a Japanese file that the fan/hacker translated. And you know what? Even though it's cracked, it is clear that it's from the official Japanese version that comes out tomorrow. Like this guy got it a day early or something. The game is fully working. From the 8 hours I've played, there has been no issues that would have been the fault of Nintendo. No graphical errors, no bugs or glitches, nothing. It works perfectly fine. The only thing that is wrong is a few misspelt English words from the cutscene. But there is only 2 cutscenes in the game. One at the start and one at the end. So, what the hell are you doing that is going to take all of May and a bit of June before it sees a worldwide release? Because it doesn't take 5 minutes to translate 2 30-second cutscenes and a few credits. And if you're saying, oh, well, we're bug testing it over here. You know what? That's completely admirable and fine. And I'm a reviewer. It's my job to try and break the game as much as possible and find any bugs that I can mark it down on. And even on trying, I couldn't find any. So there, I've saved you a whole month of Q&A sitting on their arses and doing nothing. The only thing I can think of for the delay is that you're dumbing down the platinum trophies. I mean, some might be a bit hard, but that is undermined by it being a Kirby game. And hard difficulty in Kirby is still equivalent to easy mode in every other game. I mean, sure, some of the platinum trophies might take 3 or 4 attempts to get, but they're well within reason, even for a 7-year-old. So again, what the hell are you doing that's going to take a month and a half to fix? Oh, do you have to censor it for the poor widow Americans as there's some badness and they can't handle things like DDD's boob slider and Kirby petting? Ah! Shut up and grow up, Nintendo. It's 2016. No one cares. England got the boob slider and no one freaked out. And in a digital age, having staggered release dates is the worst thing you can possibly do. It sets you up to fail. Everyone already knows of this download, and a lot of people have already got this download, as Japan has it tomorrow, so why not the rest of the world? No AAA company anymore can afford to make staggered release dates, as the ones who get it first, i.e. Japan, are just going to put the file online for others like me to get. As, you think I'm going to wait a month to play it? No! I have a Japanese friend who's getting it tomorrow. They want to play it through with me. But nope, if they wanted to do that, they would have to wait a whole month. Well, no one's going to wait that anymore. It's unacceptable now, Nintendo, for you and all the other AAA companies to have staggered release dates. So, Nintendo, Sony, all of you, please stop. Just translate the game at the same time it's being worked on and just release it on the same day. You don't need to change anything. No one is going to freak out. As with the internet being the internet, we all know each other's cultures. If anything, removing things like the breast slider and petting is going to cause more of a freak out than it would if you didn't remove it. So just stop. And speaking of just translating things, when are you going to translate Captain Rainbow? I want to play with Birdo and his dildo, damn it! So, regardless, my final verdict for Kirby in Robotnik Land is a bloody good 4 out of 5. Aside from Nintendo being Nintendo and doing their silly things like staggered release dates and shoving unneeded tat in like the Facebook stamps, Robotnik Land is great. It's exactly what everyone asked for. Everyone loved Triple Deluxe and hated Rainbow Paintbrush, and Nintendo listened for the most part, giving us a Triple Deluxe 2, which is what this feels like. Pretty much everything in this game has been made for the point of having fun. A lovely, colourful, casual game that you can pick up and play at any time and enjoy yourself with. And that's all it had to be. No silly gimmicks like Zero Common Sense's cockpit and motion controls. Just Kirby. Nice and simple and how it should be. For any newcomers, it's one of the games in the series that is perfect to introduce you to Kirby's world. And for the old fans of Kirby, you will not be disappointed at all, as it's what you all wanted. It is Triple Deluxe 2. Man, I do such a good job telling AAA what they're doing wrong. I think I need to go to Nintendo and give myself a promotion. Then take Reggie's place so I can tell Shiggy when to stop. Then, tomorrow I'll offer Bill something to eat. Something to eat. I'll offer Bill some tea. How very thoughtful of me. Then, tomorrow I'll fill Microsoft with crud and sludge. Oh. Never mind. They're already doing a fine job of that with the Xbox Done and Young Conquer. Ah!